to my YouTube channel. My name is Shelby. So come on in, you guys. If you see that red light button in the top corner, that means you're catching this live. If you do not see that button, then you're watching the replay. If so, please comment #replay. And boy, do we have a fun day planned for you all. So let me just tell you real quick what we got going on. Let me do this real fast. But we are doing a fun live crafting event for you guys, for all of our viewers here on YouTube. And the theme is crafting with thrifted items. So we have to take some thrifted item. It could come from a local Goodwill or a local thrift store. It could come from Goodwill. It could come from a yard sale. And we just have to revamp it. We have to flip it, give it new life. And so if that's your thing, or you want to learn, you want to start your own crafting journey, then come on in, guys. Let's have fun. Let's craft. But this event, again, is called the Thrift It Flip It event. It is hosted by myself, Shelby from Red Brick Home Crafts. It is also hosted by Leah from Make All the Things With Me. And let me get back to YouTube here so I can pull up the comments better. Hi, Cypress Designs, Miss Donna. And there's Lavon. Good morning to you. Hi, Leah. Hello, everyone. So all the crafters that are in this event today, this event is going to go all day. I'm the first presenter, and it goes all the way up to 6:30 p.m. Central when the last crafter goes on. So first, again, is me. Then after me is Handmade by Rosalinda. Then after her is Tracy's Crafty Creations. Then it's Sweetie's Creations and Decor. Then Purple Penguin Craft Room. Then it's Funky Junk Inspiration, Cypress Designs, Make All the Things With Me, Brown Eyed Girls Crafting, The Country Cowbell, and then ending the night is our Backroom Creation. So a wonderful group of crafters, very talented. I'm super excited to see what everybody's going to make. And so here's the good news for you viewers. Instead of wasting time channel hopping, if you click on the playlist that is in the description of everybody's lives today, if you click on that, it will show you everybody's lives all in one place. So no channel hopping, no trying to figure out, how can I find them? Where are they at? And it's all right there in one place. And if you miss some lives and you want to go back and watch the replay, click on those descriptions. It'll all be there for you guys. Hi, Norma. How are you? All right, guys, we only got 45 minutes, so I'm a very slow crafter, so we got to get going. Okay. So here we go, y'all. So what I am doing, my thrifted item came from Goodwill. It is this Hope wood plaque sign. They call it wall decor. I got it from Goodwill. It was originally $18 from Hobby Lobby, so you can see right there. But I paid, what, $7.99? So not too bad. It's kind of a little more than I would like to pay for, especially for a sign that I'm going to revamp. But I was like, well, it was cheaper than Hobby Lobby, so excited to get inspired. Me too. So yeah, let's get started, guys. We're gonna revamp this sign, and it is pretty as is, but I love to revamp. That's my thing. So we're gonna start. I already did tape the edges because we're not gonna paint the frame. I love that wood frame. I don't want to paint it. But we're going to paint the inside, and we're going to go with Snow White by Waverly. All right. Let me find a good paintbrush. Now it just seems so small. Where's all my bigger paintbrushes? I don't know. We'll just make do with this. We will make do with this. So how is everyone? Are y'all having a good Saturday? If y'all are new to my channel, please comment. Tell me where you're watching from. I live in Tennessee in the United States. And if you are new to all of us crafters today, that I hope you will subscribe to our channels, and it just means so much to us because a lot of us are still fairly new to YouTube. So of course we're trying to grow our channel. So it would mean so much. And also, if you enjoy all of these lives today, don't forget to give the videos a thumbs up. That really helps our channels as well. But I would say probably my favorite place to like find signs to thrift and stuff would be Goodwill. Because I almost always can come out with at least like 2 signs to revamp. I would say probably my favorite find ever that I found at Goodwill was that wooden Bodabra door, or I said door maker, bow maker. Love it. Thank you, Donna. Okay, I think we're gonna have to do 2 coats, especially on the edges, because for the most part, I've got a printable that we're gonna use to cover up like the middle, but definitely the edges, because you can still see the black. Okay, so let's get that dried real fast. Do a second coat. But I'm telling y'all, the weather is so beautiful here in Tennessee today, but they did say there is a chance, like later this afternoon, of thunderstorms, which I could tell. I went this morning and had to run errands, and it's like really windy, and it's starting to get a little cloudy, but for now though, it feels so good out. It really feels like spring weather. What about you guys? How's the weather where y'all are at? I'm glad I did take the edges beforehand, because I'm a very messy crafter. I try to be like neat and precise, but I just can't do it. Just ain't me. Just ain't me, no matter how hard I try. But I'm not gonna lie though, like at Goodwill, I'm like a magnet for finding Hobby Lobby signs like this one. And I guess it's because I love Hobby Lobby so much. But of course, I can only afford their stuff when it's on sale. But I seem to be like a magnet for finding that kind of stuff. All right. Hi, Handmade by Rosalinda, and she is up next, guys. But again, you do not have to channel hop. If you just click on the description of our lives, hit that playlist link, and then every one of us going live today, all of our videos will be there to view. Okay, let's kind of cool that off for a second. Let's see. I never find anything good at thrift stores. I don't have the eye for it. I think it comes with time. And plus it's one of those that you really have to like dig most of the time. It won't be just usually right there on the surface. You have to actually really get down there and dig and move stuff around. But yeah, with me, when I first started like going to thrift stores and all that, I did not find anything, did not have any luck. But I've watched like other crafters on YouTube, Facebook, you know, all these thrift videos and stuff. And that's what they said. They said, you really have to dig. It's not just going to like jump out at you. See, now one place I don't really have luck with is yard sales. Everybody I know can find like the coolest stuff for like next to nothing at yard sales. And then me, nothing. Can never find anything. Okay, let's do a second coat real quick. Hi, Lane. How are you? And there's Miss Julie. How are you, my sweet friend? Thank y'all so much for hopping on today. All right, we're gonna do kind of a quick second coat. Again, I'm not really trying to be like perfect as far as the center. I don't really care if it's got full coverage in the center, because we are going to cover that up. And you know what I did, guys? I actually remembered this time to take a picture of what those signs looked like before. Usually I'm so bad about that. I always forget. But this time, nope, I remembered. All right. Almost done with the second coat. So what's everybody's plans today? And if y'all don't have any plans, well, you could hang out with all of us crafters here on YouTube. Just saying. Just saying. I know we'd all greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I am definitely not a neat painter at all. Definitely not. Okay. I think we're gonna call that good enough, y'all. Let's get that dried. We'll put our printable on. And I already got my iron heating up. Fishy, fishy. Watching lives and enjoy downtime with our group. Yes, that's always the best. Crafting days are the best days to me. But yeah, this morning I had to run some errands, and then I had to start a load of laundry, and then, you know, finish getting the rest of my stuff together. So, and then while I'm watching everybody, I might throw something in the crock pot. I don't know. Or I might buy something. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do, because I don't know what time my husband and son are going to be home, because they went to a boat show. And I'm like, yes, I had the house to myself. So there's no telling what I'll get into. But of course, I'll be watching the rest of these crafters in the event. Lord, y'all, I'm glad I turned the fan on in here, because between this heat tool and my iron going, it's hot. We're having ribs and hot potato salad. Oh man, that sounds so good. So hot potato, you mean like it's spicy? I love having the house to myself. Me too, me too. Me too. Okay, we need to let that like really cool down before we iron it on. So again, if you're just hopping on, this was just a sign from Hobby Lobby. It was painted black and it said Hope in the center. We just painted over that with 2 coats of Snow White by Waverly. And then I'm going to let that kind of cool off before we iron anything on. So we're going to work on our next piece. And I found this beautiful, beautiful wooden crown of thorns on Etsy. And it's from another crafter that I follow on Facebook. So I always try to support the small businesses if I can. And I got it from Lois from Wild Child Mercantile, and she is over on Facebook if you want to check her out. She does have an Etsy shop. If you want to purchase this kit, because you can get it in different sizes. I got 2 different sizes. I got the bigger size, and then I got a little mini, but we're using the bigger one today. And that, you know, if you want to order it, just, again, click on my description. The link is at the very, very bottom. So what do I need next? I need my stain. Boiled potatoes, chopped or cubed, olive oil, vinegar, salt, pepper, onion, yum. It does sound really good. I love potato salad though. So we're just going to stain this with some Antique Waverly wax. And then this also came again from the same place on Etsy. And it's just like random size crosses, all like different shapes and styles. I'm going to go ahead and stain that too. I don't know if we're going to use it yet or not. But even if I don't use it today, it's already stained, ready to go for another project. So why not? Why not? Why not? Love the crosses. Me too. Me too. Hi, Lori. How are you? Okay. So I'm just going to do take a baby wipe and the wax and just do it that way. I can't tell if I grabbed 1 or 2. This just really gives it that stain look, which is the look I'm going for with both of these pieces. Now you can get the same effect. You can just use brown paint and a baby wipe, and essentially you get the same look as if you were using the Antique Waverly wax, because I know this chalk paint can be kind of expensive. So if you're on a budget, there you go. There's another option for you. All right. So we're just gonna get this stained up, but I fell in love with this. And this is actually something new, I believe, that she made and put in her Etsy shop. But like I said, as soon as I saw it, I fell in love with it. And I was like, I know exactly what I can make with this. But funny story though, this was not my original project that I had planned for today. I had it planned out, you know, for a little while now what I was going to make. And then I waited till literally today, the last minute. And I'm like, no, I changed my mind. I want to make this. And I don't know why I do that, because it stresses me out. See, I'm a planner. I cannot stand waiting till the last minute or like changing something at the last minute, because again, it stresses me out. I don't like being stressed. But I literally did this to myself. So, but I think it's going to be pretty. So I'm very excited, very excited. I just love it though. I love it. It's kind of trying to make it a little bit darker. I wish, that's one thing I wish I had, because I love crafting with wood so much. I really wish that I had one of those like laser cutters and stuff like that. Man, I'd be making all kinds of things. Just because I love crafting with wood so much. What about you guys? What's y'all's favorite thing to craft with? Wood would definitely be my favorite. Yes, it will. But yeah, I'm not sure what to have for supper, because like I said, I don't know what time they'll be home, or they might pick something up on the way home. I don't know. Guess I'll have to call and ask. Okay, so we're done. We're done with the Antique Waverly wax. Love my laser cutter. Yes, I feel like I would have so much fun. Hi, Christine. And paper mache boxes and fabric. I don't know if I've ever really like crafted with that stuff. Now, like fabric, I don't like sew or do anything like that, but I use fabric to make like messy fabric bows, but that's like the extent of my crafting with fabric. Hi, Donna. How are you, my friend? Thank you for joining us. I can't wait to show y'all the printable that we're going to use, because I found it like a year or so ago, and I've been wanting to craft with it for a while now. So it was meant to be. Like when I found the Crown of Thorns, and then I still had that printable, I'm like, it's perfect. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. Okay, so here's our Crown of Thorns, and here's our little cross. Now, I don't know if we're going to use the little cross yet or not, but we're definitely using the Crown of Thorns, for sure. For sure. Okay, so we're going to set that over to the side. Let's get our printable back and our base back. Okay. Y'all ready to see the printable we're using? Look how gorgeous that is. And it says, "It is finished." I'm sorry if it's backwards to you guys. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing good, Miss Donna. Thank you. It's beautiful. And I thought it would be so perfect with the Crown of Thorns. Like, I just loved it. Okay, where's my Mod Podge? Because we got to iron the printable on. Okay. What y'all think of my big tub of Mod Podge? So I shouldn't run out for a while, right? Shouldn't run out for a while. Okay. Now, the piece here is bigger than the printable. And that's okay. That's okay. Because this sign, I believe, if I remember correctly, was a 9x9. So it's definitely bigger than the printable, because I printed the image like as big as I could, letter size. And so but we're gonna blend it, all that fun stuff, so it'll work out. It'll work out. I have faith it'll work out. Okay, we want to make sure we definitely get enough Mod Podge on here. And then since I'm doing the iron-on method, we are going to actually dry the Mod Podge before we put the image down. And I just printed it on regular printer paper, y'all. Nothing special, fancy. Now, honestly, if I had some more rice paper and my printer wasn't so like ancient and could handle rice paper, I definitely would do that. To me, rice paper is a lot easier to work with. Because with like regular printer paper, I know sometimes you'll get that bleeding, and then you can't, it's like one of those, once it's down, it's down. Whereas with rice paper, if you accidentally like place it wrong or something, did I miss a whole spot right here? But if you want to, like, you know, move it and place it down again, you can. It's way more forgiving than regular printer paper is. You can never have a lot of Mod Podge. Amen, sister. Beautiful. Thank you. I sold all of my craft stuff. I just don't have the desire to do it anymore. We're being evicted from our apartment. The reason's totally stupid. Oh, Miss Christine, I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that, my friend. I still feel like I missed right here on this side. I'm not going all the way to the edges with the Mod Podge solely because the printable, as I said, does not fit all the way in this printable or in the sign. Hi, Tracy's Crafty Creations. Yeah, I'm very sorry to hear that, Christine. Hopefully, though, everything will work out. I believe God has a plan, even though, like, I'm definitely one that it's hard to like see the positive out of things sometimes, but it will work out. It will work out. I will pray for you, Christine, and it will work out the way God plans it to work out. And then hopefully one day you'll get that crafty bug again. But we want to make sure the Mod Podge is completely dry, guys. Yes, exactly. When one door closes, another one opens, or a window. All right, let's make sure this is, I do that every time the way I grab it. Still just a little bit wet, just a little bit. So we got about, 25 minutes left, so we're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good, all things considering. And each of us today only get 45 minutes, so, and that's hard for me, y'all. Anybody who knows me, who's been, like, following me long enough on Facebook or YouTube, knows that I'm not a quick crafter. Now, Leah from Make All the Things With Me, she is, like, the queen of, like, you can give her 30 minutes. She's going to get 5 projects done in 30 minutes. I'm like, how do you do that? I can't even get one done in an hour. So, I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. Sorry, y'all. I was a little thirsty. Okay, let's let that cool down a bit. Let's see. Yeah, we need to go ahead and do that because I want to cut the iron off. So again, this is the printable we're using. I don't remember exactly where this came from. I know I got it from someone off Facebook. I want to say either the Crafty Basket Case or I'm in like a group, a free printable group on Facebook, so it might have come from there. I don't know. I just know it wasn't mine. Like, this is not my original design or nothing. I just saved it to my phone, and I've had it for like over a year, saved in my phone. And I was like, we need to craft this. We need to craft this. All right, where is my, y'all, this thing needs to like cool down. Let's let it cool down for a second. Cool down. All right. So now sometimes that can cause issues if it's not completely cooled down. All right. My OCD is kind of kicking in here. So again, see, y'all can see how it doesn't like go all the way to the edges of the frame sign, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. All right, that's gonna work, y'all. What do we need? I need my parchment paper. That's what I was looking for. Definitely need a bigger thing of parchment paper. Okay, so Mod Podge dried. We laid our image down, and then we laid our parchment paper over top of the image. And then now we're gonna take our little iron, and we're gonna go over the entire piece. You know, is this thing even sticking? Because at first it felt like it wasn't even sticking. There we go. Now I can really get those edges. Because what the iron is essentially doing is reactivating that Mod Podge and sticking the frame to the base. I love doing this method. Let's make sure we get our edges down really good. Kind of wonder if I had put enough Mod Podge over here on this side. Well, now my parchment paper is sticking. Hold on. There we go. I was like, what is going on? What is going on? I should have took that tape off. I'll take it off in just a minute. Just a minute. I really like it too. Helps really helps flatten the paper. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And doing it with this method, I noticed you don't get as many bubbles and wrinkles. So I definitely prefer this method. Okay, let's make sure. Yeah, I think that is. I'm just kind of feeling, especially the edges, because I'm bad about never putting enough Mod Podge on the edges. All right, where's my one little tool? Well, I don't really have to do this, but I'm just kind of going over it with this little roller thingy that I got from Hobby Lobby, just to really make sure it's good and stuck down, and there's not any wrinkles and all that. But I love this image so much. Okay, so let's go ahead and peel off the tape. I should have done that before I put the printable on. I think that's the most satisfying part, is like peeling the tape off after you paint. Anybody else feel that way, or is it just me? Am I just a weirdo? It's okay, I probably am just a weirdo. Probably am just a weirdo. Oh my gosh, y'all, look how beautiful that turned out. All right, now what we need to do, make sure I don't need the Mod Podge anywhere else. No, so we can put it in our little thingy. Now, I would for sure, if you make something like this, I would go over the front of your printable or the top of your printable with more Mod Podge, just to help really seal it in. Thank you, Donna. So now, as you can see, there's like all kinds of like different colors and stuff all in the background. So we're going to try to blend and make this look like not so much like just a printable that I stuck on here. Now, I'm not the best when it comes to blending, but we're gonna try. And actually, since I'm done with the iron, let me go ahead and unplug that. I always get nervous having so much stuff like plugged in. Sorry, I gotta put some water in here. I haven't used this one in a while. Let's mix it up. I definitely need to go through my paints. I have so many that are so old now, or like mostly empty, and oh my gosh, this one is so like, the lid part's so nasty. So yeah, we're gonna try to blend, and what I'm gonna do is, I should have done a little bit of gray. Do I have a gray? Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I got a gray. Okay. So in this corner up here, it looks kind of similar to the color sandstone. So we're gonna try to blend with that. All right. I don't know really what brush to use. Okay. So we're gonna try our best. And what this is essentially doing is just trying to, like I said, trying to blend it all, make it look. Oh, I should have left. I should have left that tape on. Because now I'm getting so close to the frame part. Which, if anything, I can always just stain it brown again. So, again, guys, we're not going to stress about this. We're not going to stress about it. And see how I'm not really done blending, but you see how we're kind of going out now, trying to also make it look like, besides making it look like a piece of paper, we're also trying to make it look like it fits all the way to the edge. And as you can see, I'm adding the paint on top of the image as well. But I think, because yeah, we got 15 minutes left, y'all. 15 minutes. And I know she's using like these type of brushes, or these type of brushes or sponges work really well as far as like blending and stuff. Okay. Let's see. And that side was more. Can't really tell. I don't know if it's more plaster. Yeah, let's do this other one. Good morning, Sweetie's Creations and Decor. Again, guys, up after me is Handmade by Rosalinda. And so again, y'all do not have to channel hop. Just click on our descriptions, click on the playlist link, and then you can find all of our lives streamed together in one place. So I don't know if y'all noticed, I'm actually using the exact same brush that I used for the other color. Now you can use different ones, but I just feel like it makes it all, I guess, match better. Yeah, so again, we're just kind of dabbing, blending. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of paint on the frame, but okay, but what I really want to get that crown of thorns put on here first, or like, you know, at least get that done before my time is up. Because I was going to make a bow too, but that can always be done and added later. So we're not going to stress about that. So you can kind of see how I'm slowly blending it all together. So I think we're going to, yeah, I think we're going to dry what we got so far. I'm going to go ahead and put the crown of thorns on and then show y'all something else I wanted to add to this project. We probably won't have time for the bow, but that's okay. I'm just going to make a simple, messy fabric bow. But I will just keep blending and blending until I'm happy with the look. And a lot of times you just got to like mix different paint colors to get a color that's close. Okay. Well, y'all, I can't do anything with my glue gun off. Lord. So let's do, guess while we're waiting on that, let's do the gray real quick. Beautiful. Thank you so much, y'all. So now we're going to go in with elephant gray. Well, if we can get it open, y'all. You know what? We'll just worry about that later. I guess while we're waiting for the heat, whatever it's called, the glue gun to heat up, let's go ahead and try to make our bow real quick. See if we can get that done. See if we can get that done. Hi, Janet. How are you? Let's kind of move that stuff out of the way. I don't know if I want to do... Because I was kind of undecided of whether I want to do like this frayed burlap. Okay. And then we can add the fabric strips on top. We definitely need to... I'm gonna make this bow a little smaller. I don't want a very big bow because I don't want it to, or as far as like a wide bow, I don't want it to take away from the image. So I'm doing the tails just slightly over 3 inches and the loops slightly over 2. Okay, and I think I would be happy with that. Yeah, it is almost time for mine to be over. Oops, I didn't cut out any of this. And this fabric actually came by Handmade by Rosalinda off her Etsy shop. I get all of my fabrics, mostly I get them from like Dollar Tree and Walmart and such. Okay, let's cut out kind of a couple of strips of those. I like it. I like the writing on there because our printable does have that writing kind of in the background. Okay. All right. So I did 2 of that. I think I really did like 2 of each color. Actually, I forgot about this. Let's do this one. Hi, Karen. How are you? Yeah, let's do this one. And again, this came from Hobby Lobby as well. It's just like that. It's cotton. It's just white cotton fabric. And it's kind of frayed on the edges. So I really don't think we're going to be able to finish the bow. But I want to show you what we're going to add to. We're going to add the crown of thorns. Definitely going to do that. And I want to add something else to our printable. How did that one get all kinds of twisted right there? I'm not the fastest when it comes to making bows, so I apologize. I apologize. Okay. So I know we're kind of all over the place. Let's finish the bow later. My glue gun should be heated up. I want to add the crown of thorns because I can blend like around the crown of thorns. So, y'all, it is beautiful. It is beautiful, beautiful. Okay. let's add that on. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing good. Again, guys, this is an event that Leah from Make All the Things with Me and me, Shelby from Red Brick Home Crafts, are hosting today on YouTube. And up after me is Handmade by Rosalinda. And then you can just click on our descriptions in our lives to follow along on the playlist to find everybody's lives there. Y'all, I can't find what I'm looking for. Because I was going to do, if I had my wood glue, but I don't know what happened to it. So I'm going to add a little bit of E6000 just to really make sure it stays on there. And I'm just taking a Q-tip. Just kind of putting it in random places. And as I said earlier, the Crown of Thorns, I got from Etsy, and you can find the link to that also in the description of my live. Okay. So we did some E6000. Y'all, that 45 minutes goes fast. Okay, we're just gonna put it in random spots like we did the E6000. Gosh, I don't know why my poor hands are shaking so bad. Okay. Oh my goodness, y'all, this is beautiful. And my iPad's losing its mind again. It just kicked me off of the live. Like, I'm obviously still live, but I was reading the comments from my iPad and it kicked me off of there. So let me hold that down for just a second. 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay. What do y'all think? I know it kind of covers up the wording, but that's okay. It says it is finished. It is finished. Amen to that. Now this is what I was going to do at the bottom. So I was going to put it like right here, the very bottom of our cross, as a way to represent the blood of Christ. I found these red flowers in the Paper Studio section at Hobby Lobby. At first, I was going to do like a mixture of like these wood and like burlap flowers that I got from Amazon, and then kind of mix in some of the red in between. But I'm thinking just the red flowers. What do y'all think? Beautiful. Love this. Love it. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. And then besides making, like finishing blending, obviously, and making the bow, I was going to make a tag, and it was just going to say amen, because it is finished. Amen. So let's glue some of these on. That's too big. That's too big. I don't want the really big ones. But these are so pretty. I love shopping in the Paper Studio section at Hobby Lobby. Anybody else? How many flowers should we do? I kind of feel like 3 is enough. How do y'all feel about 3? Do we feel like 3 is enough? Throw some hearts up or thumbs up. Tell me, what do y'all think? 3. I also have like these like little bitty ones. Y'all see these little bitty ones? But I think that'd be too much. Plus, I don't want it to take away from the rest of the project. Like, I do want the roses on there. I just don't want them to take away from it. Oh, I just realized it actually came with like these little things of leaves too. That's pretty neat. 3 is good. Y'all think 3? Okay, let's get those glued on. Because again, I can do the blending like around all this stuff. So we're not stressing. We're not stressing. This is gonna be a fun day. I'm super excited to see what the rest of the crafters today make. All right. I kind of want the flowers all turned different directions. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay. And then of course I will post what the finished craft looks like for y'all. Because I know, as I said, 45 minutes is not really a lot of time. So it's hard for me to get a project done that quick. There we go. I love it. I love it. It's just the little touches to me is what. Yes. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, that's perfect. He arose on the third day, so 3 flowers is good. Amen. I love it. I love it. What do y'all think? So it's done because there's 2 minutes left, y'all. For the most part, it's done. You're doing great. Thank you, Donna. So the only thing again I have left to finish is just finish blending on the edges here and then add our little bow. And as we had started earlier, I just took, see, I got all these little different fabric strips. I got the burlap ribbon, all that. And then we're just going to make a simple little tag to go on the bow. And it's just going to say amen. Because I feel like this right here says it all. I feel like we don't need anything else. I just want to say amen and take this little cross that we had painted earlier and put that in the center of our bow. I wanted this project to be simple, but I wanted it to make a statement. So, and I feel like it does that. So again, I apologize for not being able to finish. 45 minutes goes way too fast, y'all. But thank you guys for hanging out with me and all the crafters today. And make sure, again, click on the playlist in our description so you can follow along and you don't have to worry about channel hopping. Everybody's going to be right there. And if you miss our lives, that's okay. Go back and watch the replays. And I will see y'all over on Rosalinda's page. That's Handmade by Rosalinda. So, or her channel, sorry. So I guess until then, I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. And please support all these creators. If you find new creators, give them, subscribe, give their videos a thumbs up. It means so much. We're all trying to grow here, guys. And this is a very supportive community, the crafting community. And that's what I love about it. So make sure y'all subscribe. It costs nothing, literally nothing. So I will see y'all over on Rosalinda's channel. So until then, bye, you guys.